Here's another amazing partnership for you. Yo Socks, the #1 selling sock brand at the Hudson Bay Company, has partnered with the Canadian Safe School Network for a new initiative to raise funds and awareness for anti-bullying. Here to tell us all about the program, Manager of Program Development and Events at Canadian Safe School Network, Nazanin Mizadeh Azad. I said it okay, right?
You said it perfectly. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. You have a beautiful set.
Thank you. Well, tell us a little bit about what the Canadian Safe School Network is all about.
All right, so we're a non-for-profit organization, as you mentioned, and we provide resources to youth, school board members, and teachers in regards of youth safety and empowerment.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And what do you do in the organization?
I develop programs and I conduct events and basically manage communication and see what the kids need and try to give it to them.
That's important, right?
Yeah.
You need to know what they want and put it together.
100%, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this great partnership.
Yeah.
Yo Socks, I have to say it that way. Yo Socks.
Together, yeah.
Like Yo Socks, so you've got a pair of socks that has a hashtag with Stand Together, which is, you know, bringing people together, and funds raised from those socks go towards your organization.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the funds go to our organization and go towards events in regards to cyberbullying or bullying. Socks are funky. People are funky, right? So 70% of bullying happens because of perceived differences. And we wanted to celebrate those perceived differences, you know, by showing socks that are funky and by celebrating funky different things, and also at the same time embracing our differences and celebrating our differences. And that was the whole point of Stand Together.
Yeah.
That even though we're different, we can stand together and love each other and appreciate it anyway.
That's right. I love that, because the socks are very unique.
Yeah.
And each individual is unique. Whatever we say about you or her, we're all different, we're all unique. And so that's part of the campaign.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about anti-bullying and bullying in general. I know with the introduction of social media, we've gone in a completely new direction with bullying. It's not just a face-to-face thing.
Oh, no, yeah.
What is happening right now?
So, you know, maybe a couple years ago, bullying would occur in a certain environment or a community, and then you'd go home and you'd sort of feel safe, you know. But now that's when the bullying starts, when you go home. When you turn on your phone, you turn on your social media device, we're constantly connected. I mean, it's beautiful to be connected, but it also has a downside on that we're constantly a target if we have the platform for it. And so with cyberbullying and bullying, what we try to teach the kids, what I personally want to push towards, is that have a strong core, celebrate your uniqueness, celebrate your, you know, individuality, find validation from yourself, and do not let the outside tell you what you should and should not be.
Absolutely.
Just be authentically you. And that's a good way to cope and feel resilient towards, you know, the targets that are behind your back. Because also we should think about the bully as well. And why is the bully a bully? What is that core thing they're not expressing properly, right? So it's all children, bully or victim. What's going on, guys? Let's open a dialogue. What is making you angry? What are you not expressing the right way?
Right.
And it's just teaching coping mechanisms to everybody. You know, at the end of the day, everything is just, we need to cope better.
That's right.
Right?
Okay, good. Well, we have a short PSA, and it's going to tell us a little bit more about this campaign, so let's take a look.
I was bullied from the age of 5, I guess, when you start kindergarten, right through till I graduated high school.
I have witnessed my children being bullied. There's one girl that kind of made the pack follow her, and she decided one day I wasn't cool. And they might go to school and seem happy, but then they come home, and that's when actually the cyberbullying starts. Kindness is a cool thing to do. Who doesn't love it when someone is kind to them?
We would want to do more of it.
Smile and say hello to a stranger, and you'll see their face light up.
A good indication of the fact that most of us have gone through this in one way or the other. When we were kids, now that we're seeing it in our own children. So what can we do at home to make sure that our kids are coping, as you said, so that they can go out into that environment or be online and be able to deal with everything that's happening?
Honestly, support. Support, you know, unconditional love. You know, this is who you are. We're proud of it. We love you. Look at the people that love you. Look at the people that think you're awesome. You don't need to be embracing differences. You know, if your child is behaving in a different way and you tell them that's not right, that's a form of, you're not letting them express themselves, allowing them to have a platform to feel and to express and to be okay with it.
That's right.
Right? Yeah.
And you go into schools and you have workshops at the schools.
Not necessarily, but we don't have workshops at the moment, but we do throw a lot of events, which I'm really glad you brought it up, because our recent event, the She event, which stands for Support Her Efforts, it's a leadership event for she's. So anyone associated with the pronoun she, ages 12 to 17, was more than welcome to come to this leadership event. And what was beautiful about it is that we had it was sponsored by TD, and we had great supporters such as Panago Pizza and Mac. So I thought the kids would love the Mac kit more than anything. But what I found out was that the kids loved a platform. So I had a platform called She Shares, where the kids went up on stage and they spoke about their experiences. So their experiences got validated instead of isolated. And I realized that, no, kids want a voice. If we're tackling issues regarding kids, let them talk about it.
That's right.
We don't know what's going on. We assume we know, but let them talk about it. And I gave them a post survey, and all of them, She Shares. I didn't feel alone. I felt like everyone was going through the same thing in different ways, but the same thing.
That's right. Because if we don't talk about it, we feel isolated.
Exactly.
But as soon as we start to say something, then you'll go, oh, but I feel that way. And we're like, oh, we don't feel so alone.
Yeah.
And you're opening it up.
Exactly.
Right?
And you
That's
celebrate
amazing.
authenticity. That's the key to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your organization's goals for the future for our schools?
So what we're planning on doing is empowerment and reducing violence. And by violence, it could be a spectrum of things. It could be from physical violence to gender discrimination, sexual discrimination, racial identity, just any form of physical or mental harm, and just to reduce that. And the more we're changing, that we're progressing, newer issues come along, and to be aware of those new issues, to be progressive and to think, okay, what's the issue today that wasn't there yesterday?
Right.
And to tackle those head on before they become something bigger that we're like, how do we even tackle this?
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have about 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about how we can get involved. What can we do?
Okay, beautiful. So number one, our website is constantly updated, CanadianSafeSchools.com, and all our programs are there. We don't only do events, we also do, they're not necessarily in-school programs, but they're programs that we hold in schools, like the hackathon, the think tank, and we have a storybook where kids write storybooks for kids. So that's a great thing as well. We are very bottom up. We want the kids to have a voice, and yeah, just go on our website. Everything's always updated, our social media, our Twitter.
Get involved,
And
right?
yeah, get
That's
involved and be kind to one another.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
Thanks
here,
for having
Nazi.
me.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Okay, so support the Canadian Safe School Network by purchasing #StandTogether socks from Yo Socks, or by visiting CanadianSafeSchools.com and making a direct contribution. After the break, the United Hearts Student Program. Back in a sec.